You may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now. That's okay, we all go there. Let me give you a little bit of help if you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount that you have to do. So, first of all, I know exactly where you've been, despite the fact that I'm sitting here fully made up with my hair done nicely in my favourite shirt. I have been there too at midnight, trying to get things done for the next day and feeling completely at a loss as to how it's all going to happen and very overwhelmed and very upset. I've been there too plenty of times. Now, why do I not go there as often as I used to? Because you develop a way of dealing with it. When you're feeling overwhelmed, the first and most important thing to do is to notice and be aware that you're overwhelmed. And I don't just mean saying to the world, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I mean actually stepping back and going, wow, this is not okay. Have you ever had a moment where you were thinking about, so just randomly in your life, have you ever had a moment where you were just sitting around and randomly you found yourself thinking about something that happened years ago or something really bizarre and random, and you suddenly caught yourself and you were like, why am I thinking about that? Those moments when you become suddenly self-aware of what you're thinking, that's the feeling you're going for. That moment when you step back and you're like, wow, I'm really overwhelmed right now. This is really not okay. So cultivate those kind of moments when you notice what you're thinking and notice what you're feeling, and get okay with saying to yourself, this feels awful, this really sucks right now, and this is not okay that I feel this overwhelmed. Something has to change right now, because not only are you not going to achieve the result you want, but you're not going to do it well if you're just rushing and overwhelmed. So, first of all, this is not okay. Wow, I'm really out there right now. I shouldn't be behaving like this or feeling like this. This is not okay. Then, when you have that moment of self-awareness, it's time to step away, just for a minute, and reassess what you're doing right now and why. You have probably built up in your mind a whole set of reasons why this is essential, that this has to be done. You've built up a whole nother bunch of reasons in your mind why, not only why this needs to be done, but how much needs to be done. There's very rarely one thing. It's usually, I have to finish this and this and this and this. And they even might be all elements of the same project, but there are, but I have to finish the hem, and I have to I have to overcast the seam allowances, and I have to set the sleeves in, and I have to finish the cuffs, and you have this whole list of things you have to do. When you step away, that's an opportunity to reassess what is a must. What are the things that absolutely have to be done? In this situation where you're now, in the mental health sense, kind of feeling ill in a way, in terms of your mental health, things are not okay right now. You are very overwhelmed. Step away. This is not okay. List and reassess what it is you think you have to do. Even write it down, just get it out of yourself. What are the things that you think have to be done right now? And are they actually all utterly essential? Because right now it's not really worth having to finish all of those things if it's going to make you feel this awful. So you reassess what absolutely needs to be done, and in the grand scheme of things, what do you not actually need to do? What could you step away from in order to feel better? Does this whole thing need to be done at all, or is there another solution? Is there something else you could wear? Or are there elements of how to finish this project that don't really need to be done? We've all safety pinned a hem now and then. So there's always a way that you can bring down the emotional charge on it so that you can make it doable again and bring it back within the bounds of what's acceptable and what's reasonable. You're putting too much pressure on yourself when you're overwhelmed generally, and you're believing that there's more that has to be done than really needs to be done. So that's my advice for you. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now and you don't know how to deal with that, be kind to yourself. You've probably built it up more than it needs to be, and it's time to just step away for a moment and reassess. So give yourself some love, get inspired, and go back to your sewing and enjoy it.